My name's James.
My name's Corwin.
And welcome to Ho Ho Ho! This movie's gay. I don't think we say it on top of each other. Oh my God. Now I gotta sync it up. You wanna know? I'm not gonna sync it up so people know the delay that we deal with.
You should sync it up so that it sounds good.
Oh my God. Fine, I'll sync it up so it sounds good. Corwin, we will get into the movie, but I have it's not big news, but I finally figured out something that I have, oh man, I think I forgot kind of the gist of it. There was a long time ago, we came up with a phrase that it's like, I wish this made sense, and we kept trying to make it make sense. It was just an ongoing thing back when we would record in person. Do you know what saying it is?
Hate has no homo here.
Yes, and I finally figured it out. Because now that like queer individuals are becoming a little more normalized, now hate groups have started like opening up their own oeuvre so they can like boost their numbers to be like, yeah, you want to know what, queer people, yeah, queer men, let's start hating women, let's be men's rights activists, etc. But hate has no homo here, meaning, yeah, guys, hate isn't taking the homosexuals, okay? Hate has no homo here. It's all peace, it's all love, and that's what hate has no homo. They're not getting them. Thoughts?
Great thoughts. Great thoughts. Love that. Love that journey for you. I got distracted by my my audio stuff because it was doing a thing, and I was like, "Are you being picked up by my microphone?"
Oh,
and I feel like you are.
Well, oh shoot! Uh-oh.
Yeah. So that's where I was like, "Oh fuck."
Okay, God, you're making it. Am I getting picked up right now? Like as I am talking, is it showing waveforms?
No, you're good. I've adjusted.
Okay.
So you're good.
Oh man. Well, the first audio, I'll just splice in what I'm capturing, and now it's your crisp, clean audio.
You know, as crisp and clean as it can be with my microphone. Did I tell you I got a new microphone and then it like immediately broke or immediately like stopped working? It was on sale, so It was, I don't even remember what brand it was. It was something stupid.
I have one you could have. It's just a plug and play. Pearl gave it, you know, Torchy Berry.
Yeah. We've discussed this.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I've just been sitting on this one and I haven't seen you since then. So
yeah. We gotta make an excuse to go to Kopi Cafe, and I need to make an excuse for you to tell me if you think Hate Has No Homo Here finally has legs.
I mean, it has legs if you want it to have legs, James.
Okay. Oh.
You've been saying it for several years now.
It's more than several.
You can make fetch happen.
Corwin, we started this podcast almost 7 years ago.
Jesus Christ, that can't be right.
Yeah, it was 2019, really? Yeah. In January, I think. Oh, no, it was 2018.
No. I was like, that's pandemic. That's when, 2018, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah, because we took a couple years off here.
Uh-huh.
So, I guess. We finally hit 100 episodes, though. Hey.
Uh-huh. And we finally have legs for Hate Has No Homo. But you want to know where there's zero hate whatsoever? Truly, honest to God, there's really no conflict within this movie. And you want to know what? 2 thumbs up for it. It's the beautiful 2020, I believe, The Christmas House.
Yeah, so everywhere on the internet was like, this is the first gay Hallmark movie. No.
No.
No, but apparently it is the first one that has a gay couple in it.
Oh, yeah, but it's not gay.
So, yeah, it's not gay at all. And absolutely no conflict.
Yeah.
But it does have gay actors, so hey, that's great. We love to see that.
The Chicken Sisters is more gay than this movie. You guys gotta watch The Chicken Sisters on Hallmark Plus.
I guess we'll watch that eventually.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a TV
How much
series.
Hallmark have you been watching?
Well, I got it for our previous movie, Notes of Autumn.
Yeah.
And then Mono Agapian, who is on that musical improv show on Dropout. Love one of his podcasts. He writes for the Chicken Sisters. So I was like, hey, we finally have Hallmark. Let's watch it. And we got sucked into it deep. It's really fun. Corwin, I think you'll like it. It's all about a southern town where there are two rivaling chicken shacks run by women. And guess what, guys? In the end, they find out, hey, it's the men who are the ones that are making us rivals. So then, season 2 is all about love and compassion amongst women.
I mean, I really enjoy him, so I should check out his work.
Yeah, you got to check it out, guys. The Chicken Sisters. And yeah, there's queer people in it. You better believe it.
Also, I guess watch this movie because there's queer people in it. And it was Hallmark's first. I remember when we started the podcast that I think we did have a discussion on a previous podcast about how there were no gay Hallmark movies.
Probably, yeah.
Or we wanted more gay Hallmark movies. So, hey, it's happening.
It took them 5 years since gay marriage was legalized to get a gay Hallmark movie, which, again, it's not really like, I believe Notes of Autumn is more a gay movie than this, because this is just like the romance, the rom-com aspect of it is not a queer story. They're married, they need to adopt, and they're kind of secondary characters.
They really are. It kind of focuses on them sometimes, but not as much as it does on the mom and the
magician boy,
magician brother. So it's they're getting there, I guess. They need to do better.
But this was their first. It was the beginning.
It was the beginning.
You got to do tiptoes, and you better believe you have to know that everyone was just pissed about it. Not everyone, but the vocal minority for Hallmark fans, I know, based on reviews of Notes of Autumn, this woke, they got 'em, no Hallmark.
Oh, I didn't even look at the reviews. I had no idea people were up in arms about it. Why are you up in arms about Hallmark?
Because they love Hallmark so much. It's supposed to reflect my life, which is just white and Christmas.
Yeah, this was very white and Christmas, though. Predominantly white and Christmas.
But there was some gay.
There was a dash of gay, a hint of gay.
Well, watching this, Nicole, I watched this before work this morning because I have been so busy. And sat down, Nicole's like, hey, why didn't you tell me you were starting it? I was like, couldn't you hear the movie start? But she sits down and she goes, oh, I've seen this before. And I'm like, The Christmas House. Hallmark, The Christmas House. And she's like, yeah, I think so. And then once it gets to that PowerPoint presentation and the inflatable snowman comes up, she's like, yeah, I've seen this before. I was like, when? Where? We live together. If this came out during the pandemic, we don't have Hallmark. But on top of that, we never left the apartment. When did you watch this?
I didn't watch it with her, so I don't know.
I don't either.
There is a sequel.
Which I might do a watch along of over on patreon.com/MLM pod this December.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a quick watch of it as well. Not a watch along, just on my own with no commentary.
Yeah.
Just brooding silence the whole time.
And I think it'll be a little more queer because both brothers are the main characters.
Nice. Yeah.
The plot is the two brothers are on a reality show of competing Christmas houses.
Is that really the plot?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Do you want to give the plot for this movie?
Yes, real quick. Oh my God. Handsome Justice. Yeah. That's our main character. You might know him from iZombie, I think. That's what Nicole said.
Yeah.
He's there, and he's like, oh, my show might get canceled, but he's okay with it because he's going to go home because his parents are having the Christmas house again. And oh, no, why all of a sudden? It's because mommy and daddy might be getting a divorce. But his love of his life from a teenager year that he hasn't spoken to, I think, in many years probably. Or at least they're not friends. They might see each other during the holidays, but he's like, oh, I'm still in love. And she's like, I'm still in love. And it's like, what? you guys were teenagers and you haven't kept up. But then they fall in love, and she has a magician boy, just like she fell in love with a magician boy. And then the mom is like, oh, a magician boy, I love him. And now she has a magician grandson.
Oh, and then his brother, who is
Yeah.
Aaron Samuels in Mean Girls,
Oh.
owns a bakery and is adopting a child with his partner.
Yep.
And the refreshing thing, so I feel like a lot of the movies that we watch are like, they're gay couples going through trauma, or they're people that are learning their identity as being gay and getting together, or just, you know, the typical rom-com. So there's all the like conflict with being gay or finding a relationship as being gay. And the refreshing thing about this was that the gay couple, they didn't have a conflict.
Zero.
They were just chill. Their conflict was, hey, we are trying to adopt a child and we're waiting to hear back from the adoption agency that the adoption has gone through. That was their conflict.
Yeah.
So no trauma, no, oh my God, I'm gay and I'm frustrated with that, or nobody accepts me, or here's this blatant homophobia.
Yeah.
There was none of that in this movie, which was fantastic.
And it wasn't like, oh, we're not being adopted or we're not getting the adoption because we are gay. It felt more like, hey, this is like the housing market. Sometimes other people are in line first and it goes to them. And that was very refreshing, especially for Hallmark's first go at it. They're like, no, yeah, we don't need to do that. Gay marriage is legal, okay?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Aaron Samuels, and then the mom and dad have both been in a ton of things.
Yeah, NYPD.
Yeah, the magician guy was on Eureka.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he passed away like last year. I was very upset about that because he was one of the characters I liked on Eureka.
You mean the guy who was the magician and possibly might be Santa Claus? Okay.
Yeah, the one that put in the cash offer on the house. And was, the hidden Santa in the Hallmark movie.
Yep. You gotta find it. It's like Waldo.
Yeah, that was him.
Well, let's quickly explain a Christmas house, or at least in this case. Every single year growing up, this family would pretty much U-haul their own furniture out and then decorate everything to be like every single room is themed to a different type of Christmas theming. And then people would walk through in the neighborhood and see like, whoa, this is a beautiful Christmas. I was wondering, Corwin, did you have a Christmas house in your hometown?
No. When they said Christmas house, I was like, what the hell is that?
Now, to this extreme, no, because you still want to make your own house formatted for Christmas. So you're not like getting movers to move things out. Miss Hubert, I believe was my fourth grade teacher's name. Her parents lived just right across the soccer field. Like then there's fencing, a bit of trees, and then her folks' house was right there. Every single year, their house would be decked out every night leading up to Christmas. Her dad would be out there as Santa Claus, you know, wishing people Merry Christmas, lights everywhere. But because we were in her class, every year she would bring her classroom to this beautiful Christmas house, and we would get to see every single room was just decked to the halls.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we didn't have that. There were neighborhoods that you would like drive through that were very well decorated. So like a little driving tour sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But no, never went inside a house and toured it and was like, oh, Christmas.
It's Christmas house.
The governor's mansion does do that, though. They, like, decorate and all that for Christmas. So you can go through the governor's mansion for that. I think it's, like, you have to pay for it or something.
Okay.
Or maybe it's free. I don't know. But it's a thing. I've done it once. But I don't think they weren't on the level of everything was themed. They just had, you know, giant Christmas trees.
Yeah.
So this was in Tennessee, so...
My taxes should pay the ticket price, okay?
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure if it was in Tennessee. I don't know. My mom brought me. I had nothing to do with the decision to go or anything. I just got in the car and rode along.
And you thought this would never come in handy until today. Christmas house.
Still didn't come in handy. It didn't accomplish
it's Christmas
anything.
mansion, I guess, and that's different.
Yeah, Christmas giant mansion.
Because this is Christmas middle class, like salt of the earth style people, you know? It's just people who love Christmas.
Is middle class salt of the earth?
Yeah, I don't know. The bourgeoisie, get them out of here.
At this point, what did the parents even do? Like, the mom was a principal, I guess?
Maybe. A hot-ass principal,
we don't know.
dude. Like that's my beef with these Hallmark movies. There's gonna be no one making out in the end. Like that's what I know Lifetime has started supplying that a little bit more, but they're just like all very smoking hot, beautiful people in these Hallmark movies. Why aren't they kissing? Why aren't they just licking each other's necks, you know?
No kissing.
No.
This is Hallmark.
No tongue what so like if all of a sudden someone started open mouth kissing in a Hallmark movie, I'd be like, oh, my dreams, they've come true.
Which, speaking of open mouth kissing, there was the conflict in the movie. The primary conflict that we saw really at all was the handsome lawyer, Magic Mike, whatever the hell, Magnificent Mike, that's what it was.
Which is a parody of a stripper name. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, so Magnificent Mike
Majestic Mike. Like, it really is Magic Mike.
Yeah, Majestic Mike was in love with his magician's assistant or fellow magician. Very unclear on that part. Seemed like he did the magic and she was assisting, but also she may have also been doing magic. I don't know. They're in love. Yeah. She found him under a mistletoe. He went to go give her a necklace in a little magic box that made the necklace disappear, but it messed up on him. So while he was trying to fix it, he turned around as she leaned forward for a kiss under the mistletoe, which he was completely oblivious to. And she didn't say anything and they just left off with another guy and started dating him, I guess.
Yeah.
That was that. How do you go from, like, you know, being around someone all the time and having these feelings, they both have feelings for each other, and just not realizing it is that's typical. That's understandable. That's fine. But the mistletoe and him turning around thing, like, clearly he was trying to give you and show you something. Like, he wasn't rejecting you. So why did she take it like a rejection? It was such a weird thing.
What's even more wild about this is, if she loved doing magic, she would have wanted to see the trick through of like, wait, so what's, and like she would have understood like he's clearly trying to do a trick right now. And then how rude of her to just like go away, and how rude of him to be like, oh, I need to whoop. He would have been like, wait, hold on. There is a magic trick here. Let me quickly do this. There's just zero communication going on, and that sucks.
Zero. And it's also, you know, I feel like that's not great for a magician or two magicians or a magician and an assistant. That feels like a thing that there's a lot of communication that should be happening.
Yeah.
So they should be good at communicating with each other. So that was confusing.
What she should have done is tried to conjure mistletoe above, and then she's trying to do that. What should have happened is they conk heads, and then she wakes up in the arms of another guy, is like, hey, are you okay? And he wakes up in the arms of his mom saying, oh, my young magician son, how are you? Oh.
Or at least pointed up at the mistletoe.
Yeah.
He was completely oblivious to it.
But the mom really rubbed me wrong because, like, I don't love an over-loving mom. Like, get out of here, because my mom's sort of like that. So when she used to not be like that, and then as an adult, she became that. So I'm like, no, this is weird. But I love my mom. But this lady just clearly being like, oh my God, a magician young boy. And then when the eventual step-grandson, like, does a magic trick to the mom, she's like, oh my God, it happens again. I finally get a grandkid who does magic.
I feel like that's just a typical Hallmark mom. Like, that's just how they write moms. Because, I don't know. I have in my notes about the conflict with, let me open those real quick.
Damn, he took notes today.
I did. In Discord, though, so only half credit. So the conflict with the mom and the dad potentially getting divorced was just not, like, there was no conflict there. There was it was just like, she's vaguing about it. And the entire time that she's vaguing about it, the husband is like, I love my wife.
Yeah, okay, actually, so this, I don't know if I've said this on podcasts before, but my dreams a lot of times are within the same continuity. My dream world is a world in and of itself. Like, I know things that have happened in the past within my dream world. And for a long stretch, that was me and Nicole. Nicole's like, hey, I think we shouldn't be together. Like, you could do better, this and that. I'm like, you are being so fucking stupid right now. Why are we broken up? We also live together. We're hanging out all the time. Like, we are still an item. I'm not trying to date other people. Like, just admit we are still together. And yeah, that was this couple here. It just seemed like she's like, yeah, we should, the spark's gone. I guess I don't know if he loves me, but he has never said he doesn't love me.
It wasn't even that. It was just like, hey, he retired before I did and went and made a bunch of new friends and stuff because I'm working all day. So he's going out and doing shit that he wants to do because he's retired. And now I just feel like we're not on the same page anymore. And it's like, what?
Yeah, get on the same page.
You can have hobbies outside of your partner, but also just get on the same, like, you're retiring too.
Yeah, now
like,
you're
find
retired.
some hobbies together. Yeah, go make friends as well. Like, it was so, just, the conflict was so non-existent. And the funny thing about them introducing it as well was just like, she was talking to the baker's son and was like, oh, maybe I'll come visit y'all and we'll come visit y'all in Denver. And he's like, yeah, I would love to have you and dad here or to visit us in Denver. And then she's like, no, just me. And he's like, girls trip. And that was the end.
Yeah.
There was no, she didn't talk about, oh, we're moving into separate houses until like 3/4 of the way through the movie. And then there was just like a very small amount of it about them being on different pages and all that. And the entire time the husband's just like, I'm just going to do whatever she wants to do. Like, I love her. Whatever she wants to do is cool with me.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't feel like we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But not even like, like, the way that she brought it up and she was vaguing about it, I was expecting he cheated or like something like that like would warrant like that sort of reaction. But really it's just, hey, we've been together for, 30, 40 years or whatever the hell it is, because they have grown adult children having children. But because he retired and made new friends, I feel like we're not on the same page. Like, what? What even?
I also think she does... They're absolutely just like model train enthusiasts he's hanging out with. Like, she doesn't want to go hang out with them. It's like, yeah, you want to know what? You go hang out with them. However, during Christmas time, I would like to see the Christmas sets that you guys are making with your model trains, because that's my interest and yours overlapping.
Her big thing about him was like he was doing yoga now. Like, that was he's got yoga friends.
Okay.
Which is why I was like, oh, maybe he cheated on her. No, that didn't happen at all. He loves his wife. She's just like, I feel like we're falling apart. And then her reversal on it was just him being like, all right, let's sell the house, put it up. That's if this is what you want, then we'll do it.
Well, her true reversal was him dressed up as Santa Claus saying like, hey, I love you. And it's like, yeah, he's kind of been, he had to be dressed up as Santa Claus for you to like really take that in.
No, she was feeling it with the house listing and all that when he was like making those decisions that she was wanting to do. And she's like, oh, wait a minute. I guess we've been on the same page the whole time. I guess he just made new friends.
And she's like, I guess I can go to yoga. And then he's like, oh, you with a body like that, I don't want you going to a yoga instructor.
No, he was one of those, like, he was the stereotypical, I love my wife, she can do whatever she wants sort of guys. He would never have an issue with that.
Nicole wanted to like do, she once asked like, hey, could I do nude modeling? Not nude figure drawing class. Like she would be nude. And I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. But now I'm like upset because I could have been outside afterwards and being like, hey guys, here's $10, here's $10, here's $10. And I'm like, whoa, man, I got a bunch of really good nudes of Nicole now.
Oh.
Like I'm buying the drawings from everyone.
I was like, why are you giving them money? I understand now.
I'm like, whoa, you're a paid artist now. Here's $10.
You know what? It's never too late. It's never too late.
Someone draw Nicole as one of your French girls.
With consent.
Okay, so the movie begins with a scene, and clearly like, well, this is part of a TV show of handsome justice. And yeah, like it's so bad because he's like, yeah, we couldn't find evidence until we did. Bring it in, folks. And it's just like boxes and boxes that say like Exhibit A, Exhibit B, all the way to it. Just they say Exhibit XYZ.
Yeah, I loved Exhibit XYZ.
Which exhibits aren't alphabetized like with like the papers involved. They're like, this is the first exhibit that we will be discussing. This is the second, etc. So you wouldn't need to clump it in as XYZ, like as if you are working at a comic book store and there's one box of comics that is miscellaneous XYZ because not a lot of comics end with those.
Yeah, I don't know how exhibits work. I'm going to assume you're right.
You know how Exhibit works on Pimp My Ride.
What?
Did you never watch Pimp My Ride hosted by Exhibit the rapper?
No.
Oh.
I was thinking of a button that says Exhibit that you like click and then it shows the pimped ride.
Oh, no.
I was completely wrong.
No, a man named Exhibit.
He's a man and he's named Exhibit. And he's exhibiting pimped ride.
Yes. And he exhibits fluent rap skills on the microphone.
Nice. Good for him.
Corwin, what is the death of most successful TV shows? Or even like, oh, this pilot's going to be, hey, it got picked up. We are ready. We are fully geared to make this a real TV show. What is the biggest death? The biggest reason something gets canceled?
I've heard just some random person usually.
Change up in leadership. A new executive comes in and like we saw this at the place we worked at together. A new leadership comes in and wants to make their stamp on the company of like, no, I know how to do things. We're going to do it my way or the highway. And then it's like, no, you just canceled a successful thing.
I mean, after watching that episode of the show, the brief snippet we did, you know, I don't feel bad that it got canceled. But apparently it's beloved.
I would love it because Hallmark has done it for, it's called like Holly Jolly or Sugar Plum, I think is the name of the series, where it's like a movie within a movie, but then made movies of Sugar Plum. Or it was a movie it's with the lady from Christmas is Canceled and Pretty Little Liars, maybe? Janelle Parrish. She's Sugar Plum. But they did like the movie within a movie and then made a movie out of the movie within a movie. I would love it if Handsome Justice was the new show on Hallmark.
Hallmark just makes Handsome Justice. I've been watching Matlock, which is completely off topic, with Kathy Bates. And it's just so fantastic that after watching an episode of Matlock and then watching this movie and seeing that part, I was like, I hate this show.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
When he's like, oh no, my TV show might get canceled. Nicole's like, man, he should be spiraling out of control like he's never going to work again. And I was like, no, he's on a successful show. If anything, you know, he'll get maybe another TV show or, you know, head up to Canada and start making Hallmark movies. As what happened with this actor.
That's exactly what he did. iZombie was great, though.
Nicole really loved it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I also watched Ghosts, which had the other actor from iZombie, the zombie herself.
And she was a Power Ranger. Did you know that?
I did know that, actually. Yeah, there were a lot of random notable people, sort of notable people in this. You could say notable people in this movie, which was nice.
After he finds out that he might be getting canceled, he gets a call from his mom. And I do like that he's watching the FaceTime in landscape mode because, then we see them in landscape mode. And so it's good.
Yeah.
It's continuity.
Continuity.
Yeah. So she said, this is a direct quote what the mom says. She says, "Oh, we have an offer, one you cannot say no to because it is for your parents." It's like, guys, you gotta write something a little bit better.
It was some of the dialogue was very interesting. I also like that in that moment, the dad called our handsome justice man, honey, and then he never does it again. Never again in the movie. I was listening for it because I was like, oh, that was cute. My brain went into a whole thought of what are some names that parents call their children. Honey is usually one that's reserved for female presenting children, usually what you see. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is nice. We don't care about gender here. Gendered words. We don't care. We love that.
I think of it more as like you say it to your spouse.
Yeah, you could say it to your spouse as well. Honey is one of those, especially if you're in the South, honey is one of those words that gets used all the time. But they're in New York. But yeah, I was like listening for those names of like what the parents would call their children. And I think it was just Honey and Buddy. Like that was it.
And Majestic Mike.
Majestic Mike.
They kept being like, oh, remember when you used to do magic? Oh, I always thought you would keep doing magic. Oh, boy, I wish you still did magic. You kept all your magic stuff, but now you're giving it away. I never thought you'd give away all your magic stuff.
It's like the one hobby, like if you do a hobby as a kid, like that's the only thing your parents are going to talk about forever. And mine is cooking. That's the only hobby that my mom knows about for me is cooking.
But you still cook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still do music bullshit, so it's like, hey, he never gave up on that music stuff, but no one talks about it. None of my family asks.
Oh, my family does all the time. Not extended family, but like my mom and my grandparents. So
about my raps? Hell yeah.
No, not about your raps.
I know. About your raps with a W.
Exactly. My tiramisu.
My mom calls me Jamie Pie. And don't call. Hey, yo. I'm bleeping that. I think that, Jamie Pie, that might be the only, nickname.
My dad has a unique nickname for me, which I will not be saying. And then he says Bug a lot.
Okay.
Bug is the little name.
Does anyone call you Winnie?
There are a couple people that call me Winnie.
Okay. Hell yeah.
But, I also get Core.
Okay.
And just Core. That one's rather new. I didn't really get a lot of people just use my whole name, just Corwin, until I became an adult. And then after I was an adult, it started to get shortened, which was interesting. I
like core winning. That's usually what I call you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just fun to say.
Core
Kinda
winning.
Flows. Duh. I guess the other nickname is when I was growing up, because my extended family has very thick Southern accents, and saying Corwin can be challenging for some of them. So they said corn. So I did hear corn a lot, but that one's really just family that does that. And now probably random strangers on the internet.
Yeah, call them corn already. Spell with a K.
I'm the band. No, I do have a little corn cob on my keychain that a friend gave me now.
Hell yeah.
for that. So
Do you ever go like, ooh, ah, because you're corn?
if I'm the band, yeah, all the time.
Uh-huh.
But no, I don't.
So we find, whose house? Christ's house. They're doing Christmas house for the first time in 20 years. And, the brothers are back together again. Even though I think they're always together. Like, they visit for Christmas. It's just never like this 2-week endeavor.
Was it 2 weeks? It felt like it was an entire month because, like, they were decorating for so long.
They kept saying 2 weeks.
That's wild. I literally have one of my notes of what is the time? When does this movie take place? December 1st? What's the time frame?
I would guess December 10th.
Wild. I mean, no wonder they were sort of rushing, but also, why are they decorating so late?
Well, because they just figured out, like, hey, we're doing Christmas house.
Yeah. The mom really needed to decide she wanted to do that and question her entire marriage and life a lot earlier than that. I feel like, once you hit Thanksgiving, it's a bit too late to start on that thought process because you got a plan for Thanksgiving and then you got Christmas right there. So, like, there's no time there.
Yeah. And you're all, throwing a divorce? That also takes planning.
Yeah, which they didn't ever say divorce. They were just like, we'll be living in separate houses. So it's like, are you separating? Like, what is happening?
We don't know, Corwin.
And their kids also just didn't have much of a reaction at all to that. I feel like maybe they're used to that growing up because none of them were like, no, why are y'all separating? Like, what's happening? There was, like, literally none of that. It was just like, cool, separate houses.
So the handsome Justice eventually does say to the brother, like, why aren't you freaking out right now, dude? Where the Christmas house is happening. Mom and dad are getting separated. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I can't even be like, oh, well, I'm gone most of the time. You're here no, you live in Colorado. What the fuck's going on? Like, but then the brother's like, well, I live in a world where, everything's kind of up in the air. So I just got to relax and go with the flow and hope that everything works out.
Honestly, that's my vibe all the time anyway. So I understood that part, but I would still question, like, full adults, like, have you talked to your friends about this, Mom? Like, what is going on?
I would, if this, like, happened with Nicole's parents, like dad, mom and stepdad, I would be like, wait, why is no one, what? What's going on?
Yeah,
Family who is here all the time. What's going on? What's the deal? I think Nicole would be too.
Yeah, so it was just weird that they're both home for the holidays and then doing this big old last hurrah in the house. And they're just like, oh yeah, we're living in separate houses. And that, it just basically wasn't acknowledged by the children at all. They were just like, all right.
I guess when they have had a loving relationship. Yeah. When my parents got divorced, I was happy. I was like, this needs to happen.
That's the thing. Like, the only thing we see about the relationship and the only thing we know about the relationship is they've done this Christmas house before and they're always, like, very loving to each other. So it's like, what? There's no context that they're giving us that warrants a separation after so many years of marriage. I understand if it's like you're not falling apart, but you know what I mean. Like,
drifting apart.
Drifting apart. There we go. If you've drifted apart, but it doesn't even sound like they drifted apart, really. It was just like, hey, he does things and they're not on the same page. There was we didn't see any of that, I think is the problem. We didn't see anything from the parents in their relationship except that they loved each other. Mm-hmm. So we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It feels very much like my dream world with Nicole.
And then Handsome Justice got his TV show spinoff in New York. I also wanted to touch on the brother in the bakery, sorry, I keep getting distracted by this note. He said he wanted the tamale recipe, and she's like, the neighbor girl was like, no, you're never gonna get that. And then he was like, I've been thinking about making a masa scone, and then a masa croissant, and then how about a masa donut? And I'm like, that's weird. That's a little strange, but I wonder if anything like that exists. I feel like masa's not conducive to that, but I don't cook with masa.
What is masa?
It's basically what you make tamales with.
Okay. Like a corn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It goes through a process. It is prepared differently than like cornmeal.
Okay.
It's not just cornmeal. It's another corn product.
Remember when we were so concerned, like, oh, all we do is eat corn, it's in everything, so we're going to become corn. But now it's like, hey, we're going to become plastic.
We're truly going to be plastic with how much plastic we eat. Okay, my note that I was actually going to talk about was after the whole movie and everything, he's not getting his show.
Yeah.
Or he's not sure if he's getting his show back and all of that. He comes back and like does the magic show with his new stepson to be and presents the necklace to his
soon to be wife, Andy.
Soon to be wife. And she says, I don't want you to move back to LA. And I wrote down, what the hell? He never moved away from LA. He's just visiting for the holiday. What do you mean you don't want him to move back to LA? He never moved back home.
Yeah, it should have been like, I don't want you to go back to LA.
Yeah. I was like, he was just visiting home. And suddenly he's buying a house. It's crazy.
I do have friends who ask me like, hey, when are you gonna move back to Muskegon? I'm like, never, fucking never. I wrote down because Andy says she got a divorce from I'm guessing the boyfriend who, stole her from underneath the mistletoe. She's like, oh, I don't think that's him either, because whenever he was like, how you went off and started dating Tommy, whatever, she was like, who? Tommy? Okay, so then maybe they never even that person was probably like, hey man, I scraped my knee and I'm at your house. Can you help me? So then he was probably like, oh, I guess she's having sex with Tommy in the goddamn bathroom. But she said, I was so happy. The only place I could think of after like this trauma that happened in my life, like losing this partner when he moves across to a different country, I was so happy to come back to this hometown to like show my son all the things I love about it. And I get to experience it again through his experience and through his eyes. And I'm like, never in a million years would I be like, oh, I lost Nicole. I'm moving. There would be too many memories there. I would probably move out of Chicago because there's also too many memories. But I'd move to like Canada. I'd move anywhere else. There's just a constant gray cloud above Muskegon in my life that I'm like, get it out of here. It's kaput.
Yeah, I can say with some definitive answer that I will never move back home either.
Hell yeah.
Never moving back to Mumford or Covington.
Hell yeah.
Well, never.
It has too many sons in Mumford.
All the Mumford and Sons are there.
So let's flash back to the beginning because we left all the way to the forward.
Yeah, because we were skipping around in the very beginning, and I just... there's no conflict in the movie. There's no reason to do it in order.
One of my least favorite tropes in movies like this is I lost my luggage at the airport. But even that conflict, the only reason we are shown that is so we can like see him buff in a tiny ass teenage t-shirt that he has. And originally when he comes down, I'm like, dude, actor, please, you don't need to show off your muscles. But then it's like, oh yeah, he forgot his luggage. I guess it makes sense within the story. And then Andy's like, oh.
See, I didn't even catch it as he lost his luggage, so he's watching his high school stuff until after, and he said he's lost his luggage.
Yeah.
But whenever he like first came down and was wearing like the skin tight stuff, I was like, Oh, I guess he wears that to bed because he's going to go work out or something.
Oh, wearing that to sleep would make me feel like, oh yeah, someone's strangling me.
I feel like it just depends on the kind of cloth. I feel like I'm fine with like tighter clothes. You're so disgusted.
I am. I think of tight clothing and I just like, it's on my skin and it's like,
In my like more body positive, more comfortable body days, I was just so used to wearing things that were real tight, especially like my legs. That I don't know. I find it comfortable.
Like jeans, I can't wear them. It makes my skin crawl.
I wear jeans all the time, but I'm mainly talking about like I was straight up wearing like ballet tights and stuff because I was taking ballet classes. But
maybe I could do that.
Things that are tight like that.
I can't do shirt though. No.
I feel like if I had his body, I would be totally fine doing shirt.
I still could. I want someone to be surprised when I take my shirt off and they're like, whoa, look at them cum gutters. And I'm like, yeah, guys, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's also a vibe, but I would be okay either way.
Like I take off a hoodie and then it's like, whoa, man, you could climb those cum gutters.
Not the abs, just the gutters.
Yeah. I've also, like, I'm so busy now, like, I've had to just go down to 600, of all the workout things that I do. I was at 1,200 for a long time, and then I'm just so busy now, I don't have the time to work out that much.
I don't know what you mean.
I used to do 1,200 sit-up crunches, 1,200 squats, 1,200, like, pelvic thrust things and, like some butt workout. I used to do those Monday, Wednesday, Friday for like maybe a year.
Damn, it's a lot.
My thighs were bigger than Nicole's head in circumference.
I feel like we talked about this for a bit of when you were working out more regularly, but now you're too busy. You can't get those gains.
They're still big. Like it's just not growing bigger.
Yeah. You're just maintaining.
And then I almost broke my hand. So now I can't like do my arm workouts at all. And that was almost 2 months ago. It's coming on, and my hand still hurts.
Damn, you maybe should go to.
I did. I already went to doctors. They said, yeah, you just have to wait for it to heal.
Damn.
It was almost healed, but then, I overdid it at work on Monday, and now it's back into the shitter.
You gotta let your hand rest, James.
There's no rest for the wicked. I can't pull out an entire long box of comics with one hand.
So work out that one hand more that you can.
No, I don't think anyone could do that. And because then they're also like constantly being used. So, it feels like it would break in half if you like held it on your shoulder.
Damn.
At first, when Andy started speaking, I was like, ma'am, just let your Canadian accent out. Like, just do it. I was thinking she was like French Canadian. But then as we started meeting her family, I'm like, oh, okay, looked into the actress and she's from Miami. Like it's a Spanish accent that she is trying to mask. But I'm like, just, it doesn't matter. Just like talk in your normal accent.
I don't know. I think she did fine. I think she sounded great.
Yes, she had a nice voice. I guess if you're also trying to mask an accent, well, doing Hallmark direction and Hallmark dialogue, it's just going to sound a little less or a little more inhuman than everyone else there.
That's fair, but you know who really set the bar for sounding inhuman in the movie?
Who, the child?
No, the airport lady that was like,
oh yeah,
I can put in a report for your back. I was like, ma'am, you are acting. She is showboating in that role. She's like, I have 2 lines. I'm gonna say them, and all eyes are gonna be on me.
Hell yeah. And they were. We're talking about her, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, she made it memorable.
It was so memorable.
We see in flashbacks, and the flashbacks are just, they smeared Vaseline on those lenses, but
truly.
In a flashback, the Baker brother is like, whoa, this is the kitchen I learned how to bake for the first time. And it's him, his mom is teaching him as a child to use a sifter to powder sugar over, I'm guessing like elephant ears, it looks like, something like that. But how she's like, oh, I got the hang of it. But then he starts acting like a kid using power tools for the first time. He's like, and the mom's like, oh, no, I'll help. But it's just like a sifter. Like, what are you doing?
I feel like the vibe I got from it was that the handle was like sticking. So he was like, and then like because too much sugar came out.
I don't know.
That's the vibe I got from it. It was over the top, but but I was like, damn, she's using that same sifter with that broken handle.
Corwin, can we get 200 new listeners? Because it's Christmas time, anything can happen. Someone says that about like, hey, we can make Christmas house happen because it's Christmas time, of course. Anything can happen. And Nicole was like, that's not a thing. Like, no one says that. It's Christmas time. But I think Christmas magic, I think it does make it happen.
I feel like in the Hallmark world, yeah, Christmas magic is a thing.
Hot Frosty?
Not Hot Frosty.
That's Christmas magic. That's
so magical.
When we were trying to figure, was this on last episode? I was like, let's do Hot Frosty. And it's like, wait, no, James, that's not queer at all. You just want to talk about Hot Frosty.
You just want to talk about Hot Frosty, and you've brought him up.
Because he's hot, but he's also cold.
Because he's frosty.
It would have been the reverse of All Cheerleaders Die. Remember when he's having sex in that bathroom, one of the football players, and he's like, oh, it's so cold. Is it supposed to be like that? And she's like, yeah, it's like an ice box. And then in Hot Frosty, it would be the opposite. She'd be like, wow, your penis is so cold. Is it supposed to be like that? He says, yeah, I'm made of snow. I'm a snowman. You knew that, right?
I'm a snowman. I'm just hot now.
Oh my God, you got my penis dripping. It's melting.
That's awful.
He needs to find a zombie lady.
Yeah.
But then Corwin is going to be like when you stick your tongue on a telephone pole, you know?
That's awful. Yeah. That's awful, James. I don't like that thought process.
Yeah. But, you know.
I don't want to think about it.
On Engaged with Nicolas Cage, this is a little teaser for you. I started talking to Nicole like, who would be able to decay the quickest? Like if we tried to speed run decay, and it was a runner throughout the entire episode. And Nicole's like, I don't want to think about this anymore. Like it's fucking my mind right now. It's horrible.
Yeah. I don't want to think about speed running decay. Though if you're filled with microplastics, hey.
Oh, prevents decay.
Or they specifically won't decay, I guess.
So they're hanging up the tree. They got it in. And then the mom's like, hey, you hang the first one to Handsome Justice. And Handsome Justice is like, Mom, you always do it first. And I think Nicole was like, you're the mom now. And then like, you know, she hands him the ornament and he hangs it up.
Then he blows the whistle for no reason at all.
And everyone's like, yeah, we're fluffing. Hey, are you a fluffer? You got to start fluffing. I think there are some
Fluff the garland.
Like innuendo. There was one previously, I forgot what it was, but there are some things that could be a little perceived as dirty. And I think the fluffer thing, like this writer sneaking some stuff in.
Possibly, but then they actually physically fluffed Garland. And that was it was a scene that happened.
Well, he does say like, hey, this is a trick to fluffing. You go left, right, up, down. That could be perceived as dirty.
It was, you go left, right, up, and down.
Yeah, that's how you fluff, you know?
It wasn't the Konami code.
You go that, and then start select. Nicole and I were joking because during the like adoption talk between the Baker brother and his husband, he was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a baby soon," and then we were like, "Oh my God, he M-preg? Oh, Hallmark's M-preg movie, hell yeah!"
That's how they made it gay.
And that's the second movie, is he's M-preg, and he's like, "Why are you on this reality competition show with your brother? We're supposed to be a family. How can I M-preg our son into this broken family?"
You should write Hallmark movies.
Yeah. Did I tell you about, it wasn't, what was, Mama Boy?
Maybe?
It was an M-preg Christian movie. It was wild. We talked about it over on the Patreon, but it's nuts, man.
I think you did tell me about it.
If it weren't so long, I would recommend it to people, but it's a 2-hour-long movie. It should not be that long.
Yeah, that's too long, especially for an M-preg movie. A Christian M-preg movie?
Yeah,
no,
because
thank you.
They were so anti-abortion that they're like, yes, M-preg is fine.
They're like, this man is birthing Jesus right now.
And he's going to push it through his deedle. That part, I think it was a C-section. And he had twins.
I was like, yeah. Oh my God.
His uncle technically got him pregnant. Because his girlfriend gets pregnant and he's like, "Hey, like, you shouldn't, everyone's going to make fun of you. If I'm pregnant, people will just think I'm fat because men can't get pregnant." And my uncle figured out a way to make men pregnant. So we'll just take the baby growing inside of your body and we'll put it in me via my uncle.
That's wild, and I hate it.
Well, what I hate is that the magician disease is cyclical. You know the word I'm trying to say. It goes in a circle.
Yeah, but now that you've been saying it like that, my brain won't let me pull the word correctly.
Cyclical. Maybe. I'm the one who doesn't know how to say it. You are.
Yeah, but you broke my brain,
well,
James.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
The kid, Andy's son, got the magician bug, and he gets the name Noah the Nimble, and that is a suck-ass name.
Why are they using that naming scheme?
I don't know.
Why is that the go-to? Was it like Awesome Andy or Amazing Andy or something like that?
Majestic Mike, Jamboree James. That'd be mine.
Jamboree James over here. He's going to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Yep. And I exclusively perform at Boy Scout troops, at their jamborees. I guess Girl Scouts do jamborees?
I don't know what the criteria is for a jamboree.
Okay. I guess I could go to summer camps, perform there.
I mean, you go be your best magician self, James. I've seen that some kind of trend that was happening for a little bit is adults hiring entertainers for their birthday parties, like magicians for their birthday parties and things. It's been interesting seeing things on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever with a bunch of young adults sitting around in a circle and gasping at a pigeon appearing in their home.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're doing good work. Yeah. So they're bringing magicians back. There is a magic bar in Chicago that you can go to.
It's wild. There are 2 magic shops within a mile of our house. There's one very 2 blocks away, and then when our previous apartment, there was one 2 blocks away from that, and our 2 apartments that we've lived in are, 4 blocks away from each other, so maybe 8 blocks away are 2 magic shops. Why?
That's a lot of magic shops. I feel like you're spawning them.
No. I'm so magical that it exudes from me like in Constantly Cute by Ace Frehley. Or
no, you're just such a little scamp that all that devilish energy goes into the
Ooh.
magic store.
All right. Also, we'll get the Gathering of the Juggalos to be changed to the Jamboree of the Juggalos, so then I can perform there.
The Juggalo Jamboree featuring Jamboree James.
Uh-huh. And I think Burning Man is technically a jamboree, so I could go there.
I feel like you shouldn't, though.
But I want all these rich men to, like, throw money at me while I, take their coin purse.
The way that James did that on camera. I wish sometimes this podcast was visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then people could see, like, it's this big AC unit you got, I guess.
It's not that big.
It's huge. It's bigger than you.
It's not bigger than me.
Yes,
I'm sitting down.
I see you. This is how big you are. And this is how big. It's twice as big.
It's not bigger than me.
It's as big as your bookshelf almost.
Oh, no, not at all. My bookshelf is another...
How low to the ground are you right now? Because there's a lamp right next to you, and that's a normal-sized lamp, I would say. I gotta go to your apartment.
Yeah, you just gotta visit my apartment. It's not that big.
Like, for the longest time, I thought how Sean's apartment was laid out was, oh, this is the door to the living room, or to the, like, rest of the apartment, and this was his closet. Then one day, like, that completely got flipped, and now I'm like, wait, no, that's his closet and that's to the apartment?
Well, I can tell you that my window is to my left.
Okay.
My couch is to my right. My bed is also over there. Right in front of me is my sink and kitchen.
Yeah, I'm in a studio? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were in a mansion, the governor's mansion where you can go see.
I don't live in the governor's mansion. I just visited one time several years ago.
You should live there.
I would hate to have to clean that place. No, thank you.
That's why you take tax money and have someone else do it.
Damn.
How quickly could you Christmas house your mother's house?
I mean, are the decorations available?
Yeah. But you have to move them.
From where?
I guess either a storage unit that's close by, like it's all in like one place and it's within the town that you live in.
I feel like a week. If I didn't have to do anything else, if it was just that, I could get that Christmas house done in a week.
All right. I think I'd want to, if anything, I'd be like, hey, Louise, let's just Christmas house your house because it is smaller than my mom's house or my mother-in-law's house. So I'd be like, hey, let's do that.
I'm not even picturing my mom's house because that is even less time. That's like a day.
Oh, okay.
I'm picturing like the house that they Christmas housed.
No, your mom's house. How quickly could you Christmas house that?
A day. As long as I had the decorations.
I think you need at least 3 days. 1, to move the furniture out of the house because you do need to do that. Then a day to move stuff in. Then a day to decorate.
And clean.
Yeah. Clean. You want to know what your mom cleaned?
Well, after you're moving the furniture, you'd want to clean again.
I guess. No, that's like someone else is cleaning as you are moving furniture. Like you move the couch, they vacuum underneath.
In that case, I would say a week, just because I don't want to do too much moving shit around in a day.
Okay.
Gotta pace yourselves.
Your neighbor does have a magician's son, and he's helping you out too. Does that change the time limit?
I would still say a week because then I have to deal with the neighbor's son.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, hey, come pull a card, and I bet I can show you the correct one.
And I'm just like, God, let me move back to LA. Because I moved, apparently, instead of visiting for the holidays.
She's like, you've been here for 2 weeks. Obviously, you've moved. Maybe they live in, like, Reno, where, like, you just need 2 weeks to get citizenship. Some upstate New York city is like that as well.
They're like, hey, you lost your luggage, so that's going to take a couple days off. You got Oh...
Unlike Handsome Justice, Christmas House can't be canceled because something I had to like put my dishes away real quick. I guess the house, some decorations set on fire.
Yeah, there was the power went out, the power died, and all
Oh.
that. Yeah, there was a kerfuffle, and Christmas House was in danger of being canceled. But also, that was such a weird, like, turnaround, because the baking brother was like, what if we postpone it? And then the magic brother is like, oh, but we can't, because they're selling the house, and also living separately. So he's like, postpone. And he's like, well, you can't cancel. It's like, what do you think postponing it for a year would do? That's canceling for the year. That's not postponing.
No, it's not postponing. It's rescheduling. So it's technically not canceled. So you can't refund the tickets that you sold, okay?
Oh, I hated that.
That was a reference to the company that Corwin and I met at. That was their bullshit policies.
It's rescheduled.
When they were talking about how like magic is real and anything can happen, I'm assuming is why I wrote this down. I wish magic were real. I'd look like Zatanna in an instant.
100%.
I'd be like, no. Make me look exactly like Zatanna. Bippity boppity boo. All right, thank you.
Bippity boppity boo, I'm Zatanna now. Do you get her powers?
I don't need yeah, I have the powers of being a hot woman. Yeah, I got them. That's all I need.
Yeah, but then you have the downsides of having to deal with misogyny.
No, I would carry around fart spray, and a man comes up to me, and I'd be like, yeah, I smell like shit. Sorry. Get out of here.
Is it sad to say that won't help?
I'd be like, hey, I wish I could talk, but I'm prairie dogging right now. Like, it's ruining my jeans.
Oh.
I think men would be like, oh, no.
Not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, not all of them.
And that's the problem, James.
If Christmas House were on... Okay, so the magic man who we think is Santa, he wants to buy the house. He wants to come see it. It's all decked out now. It's ready to go. They're almost ready for Christmas Eve for the town to walk through their house. And I was like, if Christmas House were on House Hunters, someone would walk in and be like, you know... I just don't like the garland, you know? I would love this house, but there's just too much garland everywhere. And it's like, yeah, man, you know you can get rid of the Christmas stuff in Christmas House, right?
No, you can't. It's required to be Christmas House year round.
Did you watch House Hunters?
You mean, did I watch the show where half the people were like, I am a professional butterfly gluer, and I'm budgeting $2 million for my house. Yeah.
And they would always come in and be like, yeah, I don't like the color of the wall. You know, it's a deal breaker. I don't like magenta. And it's like, you can paint the walls. But if I'm going to paint the walls, I want that cut out of the price, you know? And painting the walls how I want them to be, that's going to be like, I don't know, $5,000.
Jesus. I didn't watch House Hunters that much.
I watched a lot of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the last time I watched reality TV was literally at your house.
Yeah, you got Nicole into something.
I did. Catfish.
Yeah, that's what she was really into it for a bit. And then she got to the pandemic episodes and she's like, this isn't that good.
Yeah, that's also where I stopped. So, fair.
So, Handsome Justice might get canceled, but his agent or the producer something, she gets a meeting with the new executive at the network, and she's like, you got to be there, and he's like, okay. The star of the show doesn't need to be there unless he is also a producer. There's no reason for, especially on Christmas Eve. No. Also, we know Hollywood dies when it, like, the first or the, like, last 3 weeks of December. Like, no one's doing anything. So why would any of these people be like, yeah, we need to do business?
They're also in New York. They're not even in Hollywood.
I know.
But my note for that was, this could have been a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
this could have been
pre-Zoom.
A Zoom meeting. No, it was 2020.
But they probably filmed this in 2019.
Zoom still existed?
Yeah, but not in the way it did. They would have been Skyping.
It could have been a Skype.
Okay.
It could have been a Discord call. It could have been a Google Meets.
Oh, yeah, Google Meets, yeah. Google Meets is what I call, no, that's Amazon. If Google owned Whole Foods, I would say Google Meets is what I call the Whole Foods deli. Like, it would have been a good joke, but it can't be. Amazon Meets, and if Amazon had a, talking app and you could hang out in it, Amazon Meets is what I call the Whole Foods deli. Got
it. It took me a minute to get to where you were going with that.
Hey, you gotta be a DJ if you're a small town magician, because was the Santa Claus also the
owner,
DJ?
The DJ, yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
You can't be making. Also, when they go into the magic shop, he's like, "Oh, trust me, I have a trick for you." And it's like, "Yeah, man, you own a you want to know what? He owns a Christmas magic shop, because there were also a lot of Christmas decorations in there."
I did not catch the Christmas decorations.
Or maybe I'm just seeing normal decorations as Christmas.
I'm going to have to go and rewatch the Hallmark movie.
Also, he says he has cash up front to buy the house. How? He is a magician store owner in a small town, also a DJ.
Well, the answer to that, James, is that he is Santa Claus, or he's laundering money.
Or lying about the whole thing.
Yeah, because he did take his offer off the table. But it's okay, because they're rich actor's son with the successful TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Bought the house.
And yeah, my last note was, if your Santa ain't giving you a snow globe, he's actually Satan. Because in the end...
Oh, yeah, because the dad gave a snow globe of their house.
Which, as snow globe lore, the movie that Christine Milian is in, it's an ABC Family movie, she goes into a snow globe. That means, but within the snow globe, they give her a snow globe of her house when she's trapped inside the snow globe. So she uses that snow globe to go into her own home, but we think it's a snow globe within a snow globe, not her real life. Would that mean if they made a snow globe of their house, could you go into that snow globe and it's just, you are in the snow globe and it's just your home?
Do you think whoever wrote Inception watched that movie and had that thought, so they made Inception?
I hope so. Because it really fucked Corey and I up when we started thinking about it.
I was a little fucked up when you were talking about it.
Yeah, we discussed it on This Existed, and we got introspective.
I feel like that's your go-to for most things, is a little introspection.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what critics said about Pissmas, was like, yeah, this is really introspective on the, how we always have to piss.
There was... Who's the critic?
I guess a tokusatsu community that, they just didn't know what to make of us. They were like, we don't know if they're good, don't know if they're bad, don't know if they're making fun of what we love, or do they love it as well.
Okay, interesting. Hey, I feel like if you've got critics, that means you're making it somewhere.
No, I don't.
Somehow.
I don't think, we never got those comments. We just assumed that's what they were thinking.
And that was my question. What critics?
Yeah.
Name names.
None.
The Chicago Tribune?
I wish, man, if we got an ad made up in there and they were like, I think, like, if this is what you're into, I think you would really like it. However, I don't know anyone who would be. But Corwin, those are all my notes.
I've gotten through all of mine that are worth anything. The only thing I didn't say was the airport, they'd be doing too much.
Oh, yeah.
Because the brothers were oddly competitive.
Yeah.
Just periodically, not always. Just they would randomly look at each other and go into competition mode.
Yeah. Like two dogs.
Like a dog seeing itself in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm excited to watch the next one.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we'll do that one for, if it's gay enough, we could do it for next year's Christmas. Or a January, a post-Christmas,
yeah.
Hey, here's a little more Christmas.
I do like that there is actual snow on the ground, and for any Lifetime, Hallmark, any of these lower budget, made for TV style Christmas movies, when it's clearly they're filming in Los Angeles and there's no snow on the ground. And it's like, what are you doing? This sucks. Like, give me, I know Christmas happens elsewhere, but the classic visual of Christmas and from where I'm from has snow.
A snowy Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
They had to, because they were in New York.
Yeah. Well, Corwin, do you have anything to plug?
No, just my Twitch that I still have not streamed on in quite a while. Twitch.tv/corewinning. That's it.
Hey guys, head over to patreon.com. Actually, you want to know what? First, head over to mlmpod.com to find out information about all our other podcasts, such as Magical Meatball Girls, Death to Squid, Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, Height of Horror, and Sweet Child of Time. Go check those out. They're great. They're fun. And we have, shows that have lapsed in the sense of, we either completed them, like Mostly Speaking Sentai, or, writing a script every single month with two people who kind of work full-time jobs is really hard to do. Formulaic. Go check those out. Corwin was on Formulaic quite a bit. And
I was also on Sweet Child of Time.
Oh, yes, you were.
And Mostly Speaking
Sentai. Yeah. But head over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. This Friday, I believe, is Nicole and I doing Magical Meatball Girls, the mini Meatball Girls, where it's the show after the show. And I think I will be playing a game with Nicole. We'll be very stoned, where I am reading reviews to her as like a very obscure review to a movie, a less obscure, and then like a pretty obvious one to see if she can guess the correct movie. And the theme will just be our favorite films. And $10 patrons get that, plus monthly bonus exclusive content in the form of Straight to Patreon. This last Straight to Patreon was Joe and I for our 5th annual Blades Giving special, discussing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie from 1999. And $10 patrons get their name shouted out on every single free feed podcast. Let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Alex Z. The Waz, Orion, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua, Jake, Steve Barnes, a Sweet Child of Time, my mother, Lil Cor's BFF, and now former roommate Shane, from This Movie's Gay, as well as twitch.tv/Corwinning. It's Corwin from the Romcomplex, as well as Formulaic, a podcast and script writing. It's twitch.tv/R2Shelby2. And from Speed Radio, a podcast and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. It's Tay, aka Zinny D, and I've been James.
And I've been Corwin.
And we've been This Movie's Gay. Bye-bye.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.
Oh, yeah.